A lot of you think you know tactics, but do you really? I'm showing you this right here, right now, because it's kind of like a test. I want to see if you can spot it. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to start from the top now. But the whole point of why I showed you that quickly is because you should spot tactics, not just calculate and see them. That's great. But you should almost spot them immediately, not necessarily work them out, but spot that there is a tactic there. And that's how you get eventually good at chess and good at tactics, is you become so sharp with them that you not only know them, but you know them you see them very fast. And that allows you to calculate much quicker and combine different tactics together and become an advanced chess player. However, in this game, I'm playing against a 1500, and there's two tactical moments here where I got the lead of my opponent, and I wound up besting my opponent here because he wasn't as experienced. And these tactics aren't hard, but I figured a lot of people wouldn't see them. And I wanted to show you guys this game because I think it would be instructional. And I'm not going to show you a game that I don't think would be instructional. So, of course, if I'm showing you the game, I think it's instructional. So, at this point, my opponent develops. Everything's looking good. I left the evaluation bar on here to let you guys see what's going on. So you believe me. I show you I'm not lying to you. I'm completing development. My opponent's trying to complete development. He pushes over here on this side of the board. First of all, it's a little off topic. This has nothing to do with tactics. This has to do with speed and strategy of the game. Usually weaker players will play slow moves. Usually by 1800, every move has a purpose. Now, 1800s aren't perfect, nor am I, nor is anybody really in chess. But these are slow moves that you see coming for a mile. Basically, he wants to trap my bishop. And I just alleviate that by playing a3. Now my bishop has a home to go through, but I'm also attacking the bishop. Now at this point, my opponent has two legitimate options. He can just take. I would actually probably take back with the queen here, but so I don't double my pawns there. Or he can just probably come back, which is probably the best move. You want to keep the bishop pair. You want to have the bishop on a good diagonal, or maybe come back here. So in this position, though, my opponent played what looks like a very harmless move. He threw in an in-between move. And in-between moves are very dangerous for both ways. If you don't calculate right or you miss something, in-between moves can backfire. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is because a lot of you would see that this in-between move is bad, but you would probably see for the wrong reason. A lot of you, I think, would play something like this and say, oh, of course it's a bad in-between move. Because now I just block, attack the bishop, and now I'm attacking two bishops. It's a fork. Well, this would be a mistake. Now, I'm not saying all of you would do this, but I think a lot of you would. I think it's a common mistake players would make that, are studying the game, but they're not too experienced, and they would do something similar to this. And I know that because I would do something like that, back in the day. However, my opponent would just take the knight here, so taking a piece, also attacking the rook, very important. And then after I take back, they would just save their bishop, and everything is okay. However, after this move's incorrect because you just simply take the bishop here. Now, some of you might be saying, well, the rook gets taken. Well, you get two pieces for the rook, and you lose a pawn, but you're still up material. And you just obviously don't lose your knight here, and you're up material, and we're actually winning, as you can see by the evaluation bar. And another thing I should mention is if we take, and he throws in an in-between move, that would be even worse for him because then we can actually move the knight back here and actually block the diagonal, and we don't drop the rook here. We don't drop any material, and now we're really winning. Okay, so in this position, let's get back to the game. I took, he took, I took, he took, I moved back. So we're winning. We're not crazy winning, but we're substantially winning. And here my opponent just, another decent move, bringing the knight into here, into that good, solid, anchored square. I go to challenge that knight right away. I don't want that knight to stay there. He takes, I take. He gets his rook into the game, which I really like. But here we're about to see another tactic. My opponent plays rook d4, and you should start to see these moves, these tactics really quickly. Maybe not calculate them through really quickly because we're not geniuses, but at least see that there's a tactic going on. There's a potential for a tactic. And why do we see that? Because there's the rook's in line with the queen. And not only that, if we take the rook, this pawn moves out of the way. And now the only piece in between our rook and the queen is our bishop. So for that reason, what do you think you would play here? Pause your videos again, see what you would play. So the best move and the move I played is rook takes g7. Now, rook takes g7 is a very good move because after, let's say, the king takes back, which is what he played, now the whole point of that was it's a clearance move. We get a pawn. We lost a bishop. We got a pawn, but now we're getting the rook. And now when black takes back, which is what he did, we take the queen, and I went on to win the game here. So I just wanted to show you this game. Thought it was pretty instructive. Anyway, if you liked that video, check out this one. Get out of here. Go play some chess.